What's up, guys? This is episode
How's my favorite
two
branch doing?
of the A Miners podcast. Um,
Yeah, it is.
yeah, this is Ellie, and my co-host is Zach. I'm still looking for maybe another co-host because Zach just isn't doing it for me. If you're
Wow.
interested, let me know in the comments. It would be greatly appreciated. Zach just, I don't know, he's just not good, I guess.
This is my podcast.
This is actually my podcast. I've done
No,
everything.
it's
I
mine.
created the channel, literally. I thought of the name. I thought of the art that you're looking at right now, the beautiful art with our
That is
Mies.
false. That is false. I
Um,
thought of it, actually.
Actually, no. The only reason
Yeah,
he has to
used the
record it and
Mies on
edit
it.
it is because I don't have money to get a computer. Actually,
Yeah, so
but
if I
some of the
wasn't here,
parts aren't
you wouldn't
available.
be here either.
So, yep, I guess Zach is kind of crucial, but not really. If you have a computer that can record for an hour, then, well, you're good.
Hey, you would have no one to talk to if it weren't for me.
Yeah, that I'd rather talk to myself, to be honest.
I thought you already did.
What? What?
Got him.
Bruh. Wow. That
Because you're that lonely.
I am that lonely. Is that wow?
Yeah. Anyway, well, welcome to episode 2 of the A-Miners podcast. Last time we talked about, 2020 and kind of what's happening with school and Nintendo and stuff like that. And today we have
We have some good stuff to talk
stuff.
about. You just sit back, relax, and
Yes.
enjoy the podcast. All
Yes.
right.
So grab your coffee, grab your popcorn, grab your donut, grab your bagel,
Grab your
grab
new
your
Nintendo
don't grab
Switch
okay,
Lite
but
that you just won from the Mom and Nerd giveaway, and well,
yeah.
I mean,
And it
actually,
was
I
big,
won.
just want to
It was
say.
me. I'm holding the box right here.
Nope, I won.
I won. She signed it from Haley, the Mama Nerd, to Smelly, the best subscriber. Yep, that's me.
Actually, she signed it and
Actually,
gave it to me and it said to my favorite hipless child,
oh, okay.
which is me, by the way.
I thought you had a hip,
I do. I have 2 of them.
so that makes no sense. Good thing she didn't
Well,
actually write that
that's
because she wrote it to me.
you don't have hips.
I do. I just don't get rid of them for workers' comp. Oh,
That is that is not what happened.
it is totally true. Oh, it is totally true. All right.
Okay.
So let's start our first subject of talking, of communication, conversation, talking. Let's start with TV shows. Oh, yeah. Applause. Yeah, you guys can stop clapping your hands now. Okay. Yeah, I really need a new co host.
Shut up.
All
Boom.
right, TV shows. Zach,
Well,
Zach, have you been watching any TV shows recently?
I have. I've been watching The Office with my girlfriend.
And how do you like it?
It's good. I think it's a bit overrated, but it's not bad.
Okay. No one cared about your opinion. I, I've
Why'd
seen
you
I've
ask
seen
for
The
it?
Office like a lot of times. I really like it. It's funny. I think it's overrated. I think it is, but I still think it deserves a lot of praise. Just maybe not as much as
Yeah.
it's um but yeah, it's definitely good. I liked all the seasons. The eighth and ninth season are probably the most hated among the community, but I like them. My least favorite is probably the first one. I just really don't like how spoiler Michael is just like the biggest jerk ever. He is serious.
Spoiler alert for the show that came out 15 years ago.
Oh yeah, 2005. Yeah. But yeah, it's he was just a massive jerk. But in season two,
I like when he makes
they
Pam
toned him
cry.
down. Yeah. Oh yeah, which
That
time?
was pretty funny. The
But
first time in the
oh yeah,
first episode.
you're fired. Yeah, you're fired.
Is he Donald Trump?
Yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, so good. But yeah, then in season two, they really like fixed him. They made us like feel for him and why he acts so differently than the normal human being.
He reminds me of when I was a kid and I saw stuff.
When
When
I
I was a
was a
little
kid.
kid. when I was a little kid. That's what I meant to say. I am still. I guess some might consider me a kid still. But anyway,
Michael Scott,
I
this grown middle-aged man, reminds me of when I was a kid.
shut up. It reminds me of when I was a little kid and I would see stuff on TV shows. I'd be like, I want to replicate that, and it just wouldn't work out at all. That's what Michael
Did
Scott
you
reminds me of
know
because that's what he
he
does all the
was on a
time.
TV show? Michael Scott was actually on a TV show.
What was it called again?
Fundle Bundle. I want to have I want to
Bundle
have
Bundle.
so many kids, and none of them can say no to be my friend. Oh, so good.
I want people to be afraid of how much they love me.
And then he's also in his own movie, Threat Level Midnight. I'd give it a 9 out of 10. It's pretty good.
7 out of 10. Too much, Michael.
Too much water. Yeah, that's very good. But
Well, yeah.
and then some
It's a good
for
show.
me, I watched actually in May I started 2 TV shows. I started The Walking Dead,
Whoa.
and that show is so long. It has the first
I
season.
bet.
Each season has 16 episodes, and they're like 40 minutes to an hour long. And I
Mm-hmm.
started in May, and I got to season 9, which is how many seasons
Oh my
Netflix
gosh.
has. And it took me maybe a couple months, or yeah, about a couple months, and I really liked it. And I just haven't seen any of season 10 yet because it's not on Netflix and I don't have cable.
Hmm.
So
That's a
that,
bummer.
but I would really recommend it. Seasons 7 and 8 are kind of slow and maybe even hard to get through. At least it was for me. But I still think they're worth it. They're so worth watching. Very good, very good. I want
Yeah.
to watch Fear the Walking Dead, different group of people, but it's good. It's not, I don't know. I think it's pretty good. And then I also started in May Avatar: The Last Airbender for the first
Ho ho
time,
ho.
and which because like when I was younger, I always knew the show. I always knew Aang. That's
Yeah.
actually the only character I only knew. And
I remember like his brother who was in love with the girl. That's all I remember though. I haven't seen the show
wait,
very much.
his brother in love with the girl?
Was it his No, he was in love with the girl and he had a brother too, right?
No, is Aang is an only child, and then he's with two
Then why does
people.
it
He's with two
Yeah,
friends that he meets who are
he's
siblings.
Ash Ketchum.
He's with Sokka and Katara, who are siblings,
Uh-huh.
and Aang likes the girl Katara. That's what it is.
Oh, I thought the guy was his brother.
Oh no, no, no.
Oh, I don't know. I've only seen like a couple episodes of the show,
Yeah,
and they were out
I
of context too
yeah
because I've just like
yeah
scrolled past them. But that
same.
was when the show was like still
I think
having no
'cause
episodes.
it's
So
just when I was younger, I don't know. I don't think I found it boring. It's just I think I think there's just other shows I was more interested in watching. Like
yeah.
SpongeBob. Oh
Mm.
yeah,
Yeah,
classic. And
when I was younger, like the only
yeah.
shows I could watch were like I couldn't watch shows where you needed to watch them in chronological order because like it would just be so like random when I'd be able to watch a show, so I might miss an episode and not understand anything. So I'd watch stuff like
Oh
SpongeBob
yeah, yeah.
and where you didn't really need to watch other episodes.
Even like shows like I remember I used to watch regular show, and that was you kind of need to watch episodes before others. Not really, and I don't know. It's just I really like that, and like same with Adventure Time. Like that's pretty like you need to watch episodes in order. But even if you
Yeah.
don't, it's not bad. There might be like little things like oh why is that like that or whatever, but
Uh-huh.
it's huge. But again with like Last Airbender, I started it in May. It has 3 seasons, and they have about 20 episodes each season or book as they're called. And it took me. I started in May. I finished season 1 in maybe June, and then I finished season 2 and season 3 last week in October. And
Nice.
they're 20 minutes each. And I don't know why it took me 5 months to finish a super like not even a long show, but it's like once I got to like season 2, I got super addicted to it. Like, and then I watched Legend of
Yeah.
Korra, which is a spin-off, and that has 4
Mhm.
seasons. and those are a little less than 20 episodes each. And then uh, 2 days ago, I started The Last Airbender again, and I just finished season 2, or I'm on the last
Oh my
episode.
gosh.
Yep, I'm giving the show justice. I really like the
Yep.
show, and like I'm reading the comics. I'm literally like in love with the show, and it's a problem. I need
Yeah.
help. Please send help.
Jeez, that was intense.
It's
Uh,
really good. It is
well,
really.
a new show other than The Office, a new show I've started watching is Agent Carter on Disney Plus,
Oh yeah, that's good.
which came out a while ago, but it's good. I watched the whole first season, and I'm
Wow,
like
that
partially.
that show's like a couple years old. How did it take you so long to finish that show?
I just started it.
Uh, uh
I finished the first season. I've watched like part of the second season, not, and
mhm.
I just stopped watching. I don't know. It's good, but like it's just I don't know. It's just not amazing in my opinion. I haven't
Yeah,
watched Agents of Shield. I heard that's really good too. I bet that'll be better if I start watching that. But
I've watched a little bit of Agent Carter, but I have not watched, and I watched a little bit of Agents of Shield, but I haven't watched any other show. No Punisher, Daredevil, Jessica Jones, Luke Cage,
mm-hmm.
or Iron Fist. I just haven't watched them,
But those are
and
the only
I don't know why.
Agent Carter and Agents of Shield are the only ones that are like really connected to the movies. I think so,
Yeah, well, yeah,
as of right now at least.
well,
Because they're gonna be like
yeah,
WandaVision, Loki, stuff like that. But
yeah. I think, like they said, like watching the TV shows is almost going to be a little crucial to watching the movies.
like
But
the
we
new
don't know
Disney
how.
Plus ones.
Yeah, but we don't know how
Mm-hmm.
long those shows are going to be or how true that is. Like maybe it's like, oh,
Yeah.
you're only going to miss like little things. Like they might make a joke, and you're like, I don't get it.
Mm-hmm.
But
Yeah.
yeah, I've
Yeah,
also
when
started
Loki says we
watching.
have a Hulk, we won't understand.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I've also started watching Breaking Bad. That's pretty
Mm-hmm.
interesting. Um,
Yeah.
do you know what that is?
I've heard of it. I don't know what it's about. So.
So it's pretty much a guy. He's maybe in his late 40s, early 50s, mid 50s, whatever. And he's a chemistry teacher, and he finds out that he has cancer, and he's dying. And even if he beats the cancer with chemotherapy, he only probably has a couple years left to live. And
Mm-hmm.
his wife and son, or his family, and they don't really have much money. So he starts cooking meth, and it's
What the
pretty
heck?
interesting. And it's pretty interesting because he's a chemistry teacher and he's really good at science. So it's pretty, and he's like really good at science, and he's like really good at cooking meth, but because it's just chemistry, but he's not really good at like doing everything else, like where to sell the drug, where to make the drug. So that's why he has like a partner he meets who is younger than him by like 20, 30 years. And yeah, it's like so one is smart with like one's street smart, one is book smart, and it's just interesting. It's
Huh.
pretty interesting. I would recommend.
That's pretty cool. I
Yeah.
I was I was like about to watch Last Airbender, but I just didn't because I don't know. I'm not really into those kinds of shows.
Watch it.
But then I have too much. I don't. Okay, I'm not into
That's
binging shows. I don't do that
You don't need to
unless
binge.
it's
You don't
like
need to binge
a show
Last
I
Airbender.
love.
You can get like through the whole show in like a month, or even if you watch like a couple episodes a day, or even an episode a day, you can get through the show pretty quickly. It's
Yeah.
it's not a long show. It's not like Over the Garden Wall, like short. By the way, you all need to watch that.
Yes, that Over the Garden Wall is amazing. Watch it.
Yes,
It's on
but
Hulu.
yeah, The Last Airbender. I think it's a little slow in the beginning, but it definitely picks up and it gets good. It definitely gets,
Mhm.
and it doesn't drop in quality. It either gets better or it stays the same, you know,
Yeah.
and that's pretty good for a show. Same with Korra, in my opinion. A lot of people don't
Mhm.
think so, but they're not true fans, I guess. Whatever.
So how
which is
far like apart are the shows like timeline wise?
at so Avatar: Last Airbender takes place well. It takes place in a fictional Earth, like but it'll take place maybe like 100 years after the 100-year war. Like there's like Aang, he's 12. He goes into like hibernation. Then he gets woken up 100 years later, and there's like this war that he's never
And then
known
he
about.
goes to Hyrule
So he's
Castle to
basically
save Zelda
Captain
from
America.
Calamity Ganon.
Yeah. Yep. Aang is Captain America pretty much.
Or
But then
Link.
yeah, and then the whole show is about him trying to beat the war, and then Legend of Korra takes place 70 some years after Last Airbender, and Korra is the new Avatar pretty much. So she's
Mm-hmm.
because the Avatar is like reincarnation pretty much. So it's pretty
Yeah.
interesting seeing how the world changed. So I think it's pretty interesting. It's kind of sad
That's pretty cool.
seeing like characters, like characters your age in the last Airbender become like old adults in
Uh-huh.
Korra. That's pretty like depressing. But whatever.
Is Aang in Korra at all?
Yeah, he is.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, you see all the characters from the old show pretty much.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, so it's not, but they don't. It's kind of like the Force Awakens slash Jedi and Rise of Skywalker. Like you see Luke, Han, Leia, but
Mm-hmm.
they're not overthrowing the throne of Rey and Finn and you know Kylo. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
That's cool. Well, I've been
so
rewatching a lot of shows I used to watch, like Lab Rats and Mighty Med,
oh yeah,
which
because
are I think they're still funny. Like I still laugh at them.
yeah,
Probably because my sense of humor is the same as since I was 9, but
oh yeah. Wait,
I still think they're funny.
so like yesterday?
You're so funny.
Well, I've been rewatching the first 3 seasons of SpongeBob, and those are like really
Those are
good.
the best ones.
Like they're seriously good. Like um, I have family members who really think like they don't really think that much of SpongeBob. They think he's just kind of it's like a stupid show, which I
Yeah.
can see, I can understand. But I really think the first 3 seasons are really good for kids to watch, just because like they have
Yeah.
lessons, and it's like I've seen a couple of SpongeBob episodes now, and it's like you can tell like every time a character like moves or does something, they're like dancing all around the screen, and it's like kind of it's
Mhm.
almost hard. It's hard to watch, but it's like and
Yeah.
like SpongeBob is happy all the time, or he's super sad. But in the first
Uh-huh.
season, SpongeBob was you could see him get mad, you could see him get frustrated or annoyed at
Mhm.
other people, and like same with like Patrick and you know like and they also had lessons. They all had like lessons. It was just
Bumper sticker.
yeah, like you never call someone a tubby. You never want to call
Or
someone
Pinhead.
yeah. You don't ever want to call someone by their fake name, which is Rick. Um, you know, in Wombo, the study of wombology, you never want to
Yeah,
forget that.
Wombology. I'm majoring in Wombology
Uh,
when I get to college.
same. I'm going to Wombo University. I would have gone to Womborama, but it was just too expensive. But yeah,
Yeah.
it's just SpongeBob is so, and the SpongeBob movie is my favorite animated movie of all time. It's
Oh,
seriously,
it's good.
it's so nostalgic and good, and I have the video game
Mhm.
of that.
Battle for
Uh
Bikini Bottom, or the movie video game, or Battle for Bikini Bottom.
the movie video game, which is it's
Oh,
it's it's the same engine. It's literally like the same game. It's not the same game, but they look the
same
same. The
same
game
engine.
gameplay is
Yeah.
pretty much the same. It's more of a linear game, and Battle for Bikini
Mhm.
Bottom is it's almost like Odyssey. It's like Battle for Bikini Bottom is like Odyssey, like Mario Odyssey, and then the movie game is maybe more like uh,
Galaxy.
Galaxy, maybe, or maybe like even more maybe like a New Super Mario Bros. Game that's not 2D. It's just more linear.
Mhm.
Like there's
Like Mario
one,
3D Land or World.
yeah, I guess, yeah, I would say so. yeah, but it's just those games are probably my two favorite games of all time. Um, seriously, they're so good. I
Yeah.
would recommend anyone listening to this to get a PlayStation or get an Xbox or get a Switch if you don't have one, and get rehydrated. Battle for Bikini Bottom rehydrated. It
Hmm.
is so fun.
I don't
Like
have it. I
Haley,
need to get it.
Haley needs to buy that game. She said she would, but she didn't yet, or whatever. And
She's a liar
she's a liar and a thief.
of
I'm,
joy.
yeah, you. These.
You know what
Office,
Nickelodeon
so
game
good.
I played?
What?
On the Wii, I played Nickelodeon Globs of Doom, which is like the Avengers but Nickelodeon characters. It's like SpongeBob,
Uh,
Jimmy Neutron, Danny Phantom. It was actually good. I liked it.
yeah.
I know a lot of people hate that game, but
Oh,
I thought it was good.
Danny. I remember Danny Phantom. I remember always watching it. Not always watching it. I don't think I barely watched that show, but I always knew what it was when I was younger, and I always thought it was cool, but I just never saw it on TV. I always liked the he's a Phantom in the intro. It was so good, so good.
Was Kim Possible is Nickelodeon, right? Or is that Disney?
Kim Possible. I thought that was
I think that's.
Nickelodeon.
Let me look this
Yeah,
up.
it is. But it's Disney. But anyways,
Oh, okay. Oh yeah, it is
a
Nickelodeon.
TV show that I think you should also watch is the original 2003 Teen Titans show. That's
That's a good show.
that's
I really like that show.
it is so good. It has like an anime feel to it. Um,
Not quite. It's like
yeah, it's almost like Avatar: The Last Airbender, pretty much. It
it's like
you know
like in the spirit of that,
because
but it's not
because
quite.
like Avatar: The Last Airbender and Korra, they're not anime. They're not because if those are anime, then SpongeBob is
We
anime.
There is a SpongeBob anime though.
Yeah, I know. But yeah, it's pretty good. It's pretty good.
Nice. Yeah,
I also yeah.
I watched I watched a little bit of Teen Titans. I didn't watch a lot of it, but I really
I
liked
bet
it
I
from what
bet
I
you're more of
saw.
a Go person.
Gosh, no. Oh,
I actually watched a little
man.
bit of it, and it
Go.
wasn't as bad as people said it was, but it's still
Yeah, I don't
not
think it's
good.
as bad
I
as
think
yeah. I think
I
it's
don't
for
think it's
kids. I think kids like it, like little
it's
kids like
it's
it.
for kids, and I think that's like it. Yeah, if I showed it to a little kid, or if I see a little kid,
You're
I
cutting
think
out
I
so
would
much.
like it. I think people
Well,
where it's if like they were little kids, they would like the show. They would like Teen Titans Go. So yeah,
mm,
but yeah, I think shows like that get too much hate, like Star Wars Resistance.
yeah.
Resistance, a lot of
Hmm.
hate before it even released because they're like, why would we want to watch this? This is so kiddie. Well, you just got
Your mom is Kitty. Hot, got him.
well, yeah, but it's like there's been so much stuff for like adults. There's been the movies. There's been The Mandalorian. There's been the Rebels for like
Yeah.
younger kids. Get something for the younger kids
Hmm.
to get them interested in Star Wars. Because like I have younger cousins who just finished the movies for the first time, but like,
Wow.
it's like they could have been watching Resistance before
Hmm.
they were watching movies. Because like Revenge of the Sith is PG-13, and like
Oh, it
and
is. I didn't know that.
people it might be because of Anakin burning. I think that could be why.
That's what I would
But
think.
I also think I think even if that
Or
wasn't a
because you
movie,
see Natalie Portman giving birth.
yeah. But that should be rated R then. Anyways, I think PG-13. I think the movie would be PG-13 even if Anakin wasn't burning, just because of how depressing
Yeah.
and like how deep that movie is. Like, even though you know
Hmm.
exactly what happens and whatever, it's like even if you're like prepared for it, you're not prepared for it at all. You see
Yeah.
Padme's funeral. You see just all the Jedi dying. It's just
You see Jar Jar Binks' face, and then you're just
oh
like,
yeah.
my eyes.
You see Mundi dying. Like if you're a Star Wars fan, you know what that means, and that's the saddest death in Star Wars of all time.
That is so false.
It is the saddest death in Star Wars. It is literally depressing. It's every time he's just running, and then he's running with the clones, like, yeah, let's go, guys, and he just gets stabbed in
And
the
then he
back.
shoots.
God, what about the droid attacking the Wookiees? Okay, you're not a Star Wars fan, you don't get it. Anyways,
I am a big Star Wars fan, actually.
oh yeah, no, you're not.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Shut up, boomer.
okay. Well, I guess since we're talking
Well,
about movies, we can talk about what Zach really wanted to talk about for some reason, which was Scream. Which he
yes, I
just
want to
saw
talk
it
about
for the first
Scream.
time because he's old enough.
I just saw it for the first time on Halloween because I felt like it. It was
You-
my first rated R movie as well.
He finally became
Fun
12,
fact.
so he finally can watch
Wow.
some older kid movies.
Okay, okay. Anyway, I do not like scary movies, really. I just think they're kind of stupid, and the people in them are very stupid. However, Scream is like, it was very well made. It's like, it's not quite a parody, but it's like, it kind of makes fun of a lot of the cliches in horror movies. Even if it was made in the 90s, there were still a lot of horror cliches that they made fun of. And I just thought that it was good in that regard. And then like it's actually interesting too. Spoilers, by the way, if you care about spoilers of like a 20-year-old movie.
Wrong moment. 24.
I like yeah. I like how there are two killers at the end. Like that's just
I think that's
it's
pretty
very
cool.
smart.
That is like incredibly smart.
Mhm.
I think that's just so cool. And then like how they're just turning on each other, like how slowly it's turning on each other. I just thought that
Uh-huh.
was like so interesting. I don't know. I just thought that was pretty
Yeah.
cool. And like I knew it was
It
gonna
wasn't
happen.
I didn't know it was going to be two of them.
Well, I knew that they were gonna turn on each other.
Oh, yeah. I It wasn't too scary. It was really intense though at some parts. There weren't any like things I was like genuinely scared of. I think it's like kind of disturbing though at some parts. Like when Tatum gets crushed by the garage, that was like probably the hardest part to watch. It was pretty graphic, but it was I don't know. It was like just like that whole situation is terrifying. Like
Yeah.
just being crushed by the garage door and everything.
Yeah. Well, because she was in that doggy door and then she just couldn't get out. It's
Mm-hmm.
just so bad.
I heard that in like when they were filming that she could actually fit through it, so it was actually really hard to film that scene because she could climb through it, but
Oh
like
yeah.
she had to pretend like she couldn't.
Oh yeah. Well, why didn't
So
they
I thought that was
actually
funny.
crush her? I don't know why they didn't just.
What?
Why didn't they just actually like crush her? You know
Oh, like the
how?
actress?
Yeah. Well, no, get a stunt double.
Like kill a stunt double for a movie? Yeah, that makes sense.
Well, I guess if you want to put it that way.
Yeah. Well.
Well,
Um.
I think it's just like
I.
I think the scariest part would be like living in a town that's like that, and it's like,
Mhm.
can you imagine getting a? I would literally unplug all my phones, and like
Yeah.
that girl with the popcorn, her
Oh, at the
house was
beginning, I hate that.
her
It's so
house
intense.
was one big window, literally.
I know.
Like
Like she got very unlucky. Well, maybe that's why she was chosen, but
it's
still.
like there were no curtains or blinds or anything. Like I would,
Mhm.
even if there was a killer in my neighborhood, like that's just so uncomfortable. And like all the lights are like bright on. It's just I don't know. It's just so stupid. Unless you're like in a huge mansion on a hill where nobody
Yeah.
can look in, unless you're in a plane.
Well, I think like they kind of did a lot of horror movie cliches, but I think that was kind of the point. Like
Yeah.
they were like breaking cliches, but also like so you didn't know like what cliches were gonna be broken and what was actually gonna be part of the horror movie.
Uh-huh.
Like which is what I thought that was really interesting.
So I like when horror movies that they make fun of themselves for doing that, but then
Mhm.
like they're also like, oh wait, no, that actually happened. They died. Oh, okay. Just
Yeah.
stuff like that. Because like a horror movie
Mhm.
I really enjoyed that I saw maybe 5, 6 months ago was A Quiet Place with John Krasinski and Emily.
Oh, I haven't seen that yet.
It's pretty good, and I'm
I
kind
heard
of
I heard it
eyeing
was pretty
for
good.
part two. I think it's just
Yeah.
it's really interesting, like because the whole movie is silent because they have
Mhm.
At first I thought it was like because their family was all mute and deaf or something, but no, it's because, you know, they have to be. Because the
Yeah.
monster things can hear literally anything.
Yeah.
So
I have not seen it yet. I probably will soon, like at some point in the near future. But
everyone dies in the end.
yeah, I heard it was pretty good. Thanks. So how's our part 2 then?
Uh, they came back alive. Boom.
That
You're
sounds
looking
like
for
a great
this?
plot point.
We can die, but we can also come back to life.
More machine story.
River. Yeah, that's good. That's good. All right. I guess we can also. I guess now we can talk about like, how was your Halloween?
It was good. I went to my girlfriend's house, and I watched two
Don't
horror movies
lie.
that
Don't
day.
lie. You
Yes.
don't have a girlfriend.
You know what? Shut up. You're such a liar.
Imaginary.
Because I do have a girlfriend.
I'm the
She's not
liar.
imaginary.
Liar,
How would I
liar,
go to her
plants
house if
for
she?
hire.
Wow. Well, anyway, I watched another horror movie that night. It was called Signs. Have you seen that?
No, I have not.
It's about like aliens coming to Earth, and I'm gonna be
Uh,
honest. I thought it was terrible.
oh,
It was super
and
boring.
did
It
you
was
really
like
like it?
I don't know. I think
Uh,
she's liked it, but I did not. It was
wow,
it
this
was
is so
probably like
sad.
2 hours long, but it felt
What?
like it was like a million years. Like it was like so long and drawn out. Like the first 45 minutes of the movie could have happened in like 10 minutes.
Oh yeah, I hate when movies do that. Also, Zach's girlfriend. I don't know if she's real, but she hates Over the Garden Wall. So I don't
She
know
doesn't
if
hate it. She just doesn't like
I
it,
don't. I just think
which
she's
is
like
a
a fake
disgrace.
human being. Yeah. But yeah, I don't know how you can hate that show.
She doesn't hate it, but she says she doesn't really like it,
I think
which
she
is
does hate
just
it.
wow.
Yeah. Well.
Well, either way, if you don't love it, then something's wrong with you.
Oh yeah. Because like for most people, like Halloween was just kind of there. Well, I guess it's there for a lot of people usually.
Yeah.
It's more of a kid holiday, but like adults can still definitely enjoy it. But
Mhm.
it's especially this year where no one can go anywhere unless you're like drowning in hand sanitizer. Then yeah,
If you
you're
have a
not gonna have
pool,
much
if you have a
fun.
party at a swimming pool with chlorine.
Yeah, because I went down some streets like while I was going home, and every light in every house was pretty much off. And
Oh, really?
yeah, because and then I almost saw no trick or treaters. I saw maybe one,
Hmm.
but I don't know if it was a trick or treater or someone just walking. So,
Yeah.
because there's just, but yeah, and I didn't even dress up because I kept forgetting about Halloween.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, it's just
Well, I saw quite a few in my town. Definitely not as much as usual,
hmm
but there were like a decent amount of kids.
yeah,
And I don't know, I didn't really pay attention to like how many doors had like how many porch lights were on. Um, but there were definitely a decent amount of trick or treaters.
yeah. It's I don't know, and then like with the future holidays, Thanksgiving, how's that gonna work out? Our families, like I know families can maybe meet together, maybe, but
Mm-hmm.
like
Depends on how
if
far they live, I
yeah,
guess, and how
if
how
your
concerned they are.
if you're with like your parents, your mom and dad, and your brother, or whatever, and your grandparents
Mm-hmm.
live in like in a completely different state across the country, or in a different country, like they're not, you guys aren't gonna meet up. That's just
Yeah.
how it's gonna be, and like same thing
Mm-hmm.
with Christmas and Easter. Well, maybe it just depends on when
It
it's
depends on Easter. Maybe by then things might be a little bit more complicated, but who knows?
maybe because like I don't know, it's not really looking good or better at least.
Mm-hmm.
It's just
Well,
sad.
for Thanksgiving this year, some of my cousins aren't coming, but I think they live in Denver,
hmm
so they're not coming. But they usually don't come anyway. It's like once every like 4 years probably they come for Thanksgiving.
Yeah,
Um, my grandparents, my mom's parents live in the same town, so we'll probably get together.
yeah,
And Like quite a bit of my family lives in my town.
That's good. That's good.
And the rest of my family lives in California.
Oh yeah.
So I don't know if they're visiting. I'm not. They never really do
But
anyway. So I don't see why
they
they
can
would
meet up
this
with
year.
each other.
Yeah.
But yeah, because like because me and my mom lived like 3 5 minutes from my grandparents, and then my
Mhm.
uncle and his family lived 3 5 minutes away from them. So and we see each other all the time. So it's like, oh well,
Yeah.
we're just gonna meet up. It's not really gonna be different. And then yeah, and then like my grandpa's side of the family, they live all in a different state altogether. My grandma's side, all in a different state altogether. So, and we never meet up with them, and they never meet up with us. So it's not really gonna be any different with holidays.
Yeah. Kind of same thing with me. Like none of my family really like out of state visits
Mm-hmm.
for Thanksgiving or Christmas. Really, I think we usually have more
Like
Thanksgiving than Christmas,
sometimes
family wise.
my grandma will meet up with her sisters, like right before, maybe a week or two before Christmas, just to get presents, from each other. And
Mhm.
but yeah, that's really all the yeah. It's just uh, hopefully it can be better next year. Hopefully.
Yeah.
That'd be nice.
I think it'll be better by next year. At least I that's my strong hope. If it's not better by next year, that'd be crazy.
Uh-huh. That'd be nice.
That'd be a long time for this to still be going on.
Yep. So I guess, well, I think I'm gonna move into a mini subject. So I recently moved like 3 minutes away or 5 minutes away. I don't know. I can't do time. And so pretty much the house isn't empty. Well, my old house isn't empty. My grandparents, pretty much all my stuff is here. Like all like three of my guitars, my piano, my trombone, my bass trombone, my consoles. They're all here. So pretty much everything I need is here. And that's been pretty
Mhm.
cool. Cuz like my grandpa moved some stuff out of his basement, and now I have like like my own like man cave, bat cave pretty much. I'm basically Batman. Watch out,
Yeah.
Minnesota. Um just kidding, that's not where I live. Don't stalk me. Anyways, um let's see. Uh, so yeah, it's just because like my old living room TV, which is pretty new TV. Um, I'm not sure how big it is, but it's big, and like the entertainment center and all that is going in the basement. And then like I got a new like corner desk, and I've always wanted a corner desk. That's pretty cool.
Yep.
I'll put all my like schoolwork and computer stuff on the desk, and all my consoles can go on the TV and like the entertainment section, entertainment like area. So that's pretty cool. Like, but I
Yeah.
guess it's just kind of interesting because like I'm used to playing all my games like 2 feet from my face, like on a desk, but now I'm like, I don't know, like 10 feet away from the screen. So I'm like pretty bad at video games now, or like worse than I
Mhm.
was, because I was never actually that good. Unless I was playing Smash, I'm like a god at Smash. So yeah,
Mhm.
Zach would know that.
Okay. Whatever you say. I
But
beat you like almost every time. What are you talking about?
guys, by the way, Zach plays Lucas because that's actually the only character he can play. That's what he literally says, that Lucas is the only character he can play.
I can
And
play
he
as many
just
other
and
characters.
he
I'm just not that
just
good with any of them.
and he can only really spam with PK Fire and Freeze, so he really can't
That
actually
is
play
false. That
Lucas.
is so false. That couldn't be falser.
So yeah, it's just bad. And so, anyways, I guess with to kind of finish up my moving, I've had like, now that my moving, like everywhere, like all my things are like in a completely different kind of area or spot, I guess. Like
Mhm.
my desk is like it's pretty cool because like I originally had an idea to put my corner desk like against the wall, like in a corner. That would make sense. But I made it so it's like twisted like 90 or 80, 180 degrees. So it's like I can be at my corner desk and I can just turn around, and against the wall is my piano. So I can just turn around and start playing my piano or pick up my trombone.
So epic.
That's pretty cool. So I got the idea
I
of,
kind of do that too.
yeah.
I went at my house right now.
Yeah, I see that sometimes when you turn your face cam. It's like right behind
Yeah.
you. But like some ideas I
Yeah,
had
I
was
know.
like, um, what if I started streaming, like just be playing piano? Like I thought that'd be pretty epic. But I'm not
Yeah.
totally. I haven't really
You'd have
looked
to know
into.
a lot to do a stream for that though, and if you want it to be a long stream, you
Yeah.
have to know a lot of songs. But
Well, yeah,
that'd be
but it
cool.
can also just be like playing around, maybe like writing, composition, music, whatever.
Yeah.
Just testing out new ideas, whatever. But I don't know if anyone's
Mhm.
actually going to watch that because I'm just, you know, I'm pretty good at piano, so it'd probably just be boring to watch someone that good. Anyway.
Yeah, because I'm already that good.
Oh
So
yeah, yeah, yeah. But then I also but then I was like, oh, I can maybe stream games, but I've never really had an interest in streaming games.
do you have a
Because
capture card?
I don't, but I do stream. The only thing I can stream is like my PlayStation because that actually has a
Right,
built-in,
because you can do that by itself. Yeah.
so that's pretty cool. But it's not. It only streams at 720p. But on stream it
Mhm.
looks really good, so I'm not gonna complain. But
Yeah, HD. You know.
I probably would get a capture card that can like do my Switch, maybe my Wii U even, my my future PC when I build that hopefully sometime in the future because I want to do that. But I don't know, I just think
Yep.
it'd be pretty cool. Just having and like also now that I move in, I have more room and my new desk is now more has more space than my old desk had, even though it's smaller pretty much. But I have more room for like a nice like tower, and I've always wanted like
Yeah.
just a nice PC tower, and just to try out some stuff. Maybe I want to try out Photoshop or just try out music composition because that's what I want to do when I'm older. That's because well, for now at least
Mhm.
that's what I want to do.
Right.
Because I'll try it now
Yeah.
before I'm in college, and because like
Yeah.
and like cause I really don't know what I want to what I don't know really like what software is preferred by most or free or whatever. I don't know.
You can you have a Mac, right?
Uh, it's from 2009. Yeah.
Well, maybe not on a 2009 Mac, but you can get Logic free
Right.
for I think 3 months.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, I didn't do that because I
I.
don't.
I
I'm just I
mm-hmm.
like for what I do, I can just use GarageBand, but
Mm-hmm. Because
I heard Logic is really good.
my grandparents have like a 2018 or 19 iMac,
Oh,
and
okay, yeah,
that's
Logic would work really well on that.
so I guess I could just try it out on their computer. They probably would not mind at all. Um,
Yeah.
just trying out some stuff. But it's like I could buy a PC, but I could also buy a PlayStation 5 because that would be
Mhm.
awesome, you know. But I don't know,
Mhm.
just ideas for streaming. So,
Yeah.
cause Zach's a streamer, but
Oh
he
yeah.
streams in like 144p, I think. Maybe it's
That is
less.
false.
And like the screen is like so awkward. Like it's like the top middle of the
I
screen.
don't know how to fix that. It doesn't. I don't know like how to fix that. It just doesn't work on game
Yeah,
capture.
it's just not. He's just not a good streamer yet. He'll get there maybe.
Maybe. Maybe
I
one
tried
day.
to donate today, but he said no. I don't want your money. I'm like, are you sure?
Yeah, I don't. I already have too much money. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh yeah, yeah. He has like $1 million.
Oh yeah, sure. Okay. Well, I just moved too. I not just. I moved like beginning of September, so a couple months ago.
Yeah,
But it's kind of like the same thing as you. It's kind of weird. I moved down the street, like same neighborhood. You moved like what 5 minutes away? You said, but
yeah,
I moved like 30 seconds away.
bruh. It's not. Don't you think that's like weird? I think. How long did you live in your old house?
2 years,
2 years. All right, that's not bad.
and then
Like,
before that we
yeah,
lived in a house for like 11 years.
because like if I lived in a house for like 11 years, and then move into like a new house that's like literally like down the street, like I think that'd be really hard. Like just like going past that house every day, it's like at least you can still see it, but it's like I don't know. I'd rather just live in that house. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we didn't. So our first house in where we live now, we used to live in California,
Yeah.
but then we moved. We lived in our first house in Oregon for like 11 years. Then we moved to another house for like, which it was a decent ways away. It was like almost across town. So
Mhm.
and then we lived there for 2 years, and then after 2 years we moved in the same neighborhood as that 2 year house for now, like a couple months ago. So, but the weird thing is, my sister's friend still lives in our old neighborhood, like where our first house was, and I really miss the house.
Yeah.
I was so sad when we moved out of that house. Like, it's like well, part of it was my sister moved out in that house,
Mhm.
so and she lives in California now.
Yeah.
So she moved out when I was like in kindergarten, so I don't remember it that well, but like
So
that's
like
probably part of
yesterday.
it. And then shut up. And then our old dog too
Oh yeah.
was part of that house. So
Like
yeah,
your old like.
it
Cause like I remember.
yeah, it was really hard moving out of that house.
Cause I would lived in. I grew up in a house like and when I was born, and then I lived into and it was me and my mom. We lived in an apartment for about maybe 5 years, 4 or 5 years. Like I was 4 or 5. I was in preschool, and I really didn't want to move because I was like the house I was born in, or you know,
Yeah.
um, yeah, it was just it was like hard, but I also don't think I just can't remember how hard it was because I was like 4 or 5, you know,
Mhm.
and that's like a long time ago. But it wouldn't be for Zach, anyways.
Wow.
Get it, guys? He's young.
Yeah. I'm just so young and full of something. I don't know.
It's
Probably
okay.
hormones.
You'll be able to vote in like 15 years.
I'll be able to vote next election, actually.
Actually. Oh yeah,
Yeah, actually.
yeah. That's pretty epic. I don't know. Like I don't know who I would have voted for this election.
Yeah.
I really don't know.
Do you think you would have just not voted?
No, I definitely would have voted just because like I wanted to just I would have just wanted to vote.
Yeah.
But
Uh-huh.
I just don't know. I think I also haven't been following politics that much just
Well, yeah,
because
you
of
don't really
all.
need to. You're in high school.
Well, yeah, but I usually like to, but I just haven't because I've been busy.
Mm-hmm.
But
I think this is the most I've ever followed politics,
mhm,
like this year.
yeah, Trump gets like a bad rap like a lot. Maybe he
Oh
deserves
yeah,
it.
for
Maybe he
sure.
doesn't. Whatever. Like I
Yeah,
I
I
preferred him over Hillary. I did, but
I did too, for
and
sure.
it's like I didn't really like Trump, but I really didn't like Hillary. So I'm like, okay.
Yeah, I thought Trump was
And
the better candidate than Hillary.
I honestly really don't know how I feel about Biden. I don't know. I really don't know. Like I don't
Yeah,
know.
I just don't know enough to have an opinion.
Yeah.
Like if I were to make a choice now, I would say I would rather vote for Trump. But again, I just don't know enough. I think like
Mhm.
if I knew as much as I knew now when voting, I don't know if I would have voted because like I just wouldn't. I don't think I would know enough. But
Yeah.
I
And like
I
people
think
always say like you gotta vote. But and then there's those people that say
I
like
don't think you have to. I'm
if
glad you
you're
have the right not to
and
vote.
then people say uneducated like if you're uneducated don't vote and it's like well I
Mhm.
think it's okay to vote but I think it's better to like let's say you can vote early on and not really be sure who you're voting for because you don't really know that much about the candidates. I would say it's
Yeah.
definitely better to vote last because then you at least
Like when you know more.
yeah
Mhm.
even if,
I'd agree. Yeah.
and you know I guess and then you can also be like oh I don't really want to vote but it's just one vote but if thousands
But if
what
enough people do that,
if
then that's a lot of votes.
what if everyone was thinking you know what I'm just one person that's not
Yeah,
one
if like
vote's not
everyone
gonna
thinks,
change
oh, it's just one vote, then that's gonna be a lot of votes that are actually
then
not
Biden and Trump are gonna be at
happening.
0 and no one's gonna reach 270.
Dude, that'd be so funny if like no one in America voted.
Oh that'd be or
Like
269
that's never gonna happen,
269
but that'd be so funny if no one in America voted.
yeah because Zach really wants them both to get to shoot 269 and 269.
I don't know if I actually want that to happen. I just thought it'd be funny.
uh that would be it would be that would be one for the history books. That would definitely be one for the history books.
That definitely
That'd be
would be.
really
It's gonna
good.
be really close anyway, but like it's
Yeah.
just By the time we're filming this, there has not been a winner yet. Just so you guys know, like maybe there's a winner
Yeah,
by the time
and
this
even
comes
if there
out. But
was even if there is a winner, like someone's gonna get some lawsuits and recounts and whatever. So maybe we'll have
yeah,
a different
like we
president.
we might not know the official winner for a bit.
Yeah, I'm still thinking Kanye is gonna pull it out somehow.
Yeah, I think Kanye is gonna pull through as
Yeah,
well.
yeah, he's gonna win.
He only needs to recount every single state and hope he wins in most of them.
Yep. It's just, and people always complain, especially this election, about how much ads and stuff they've seen. But I honestly haven't. I've seen a lot, but it's, I feel like it's kind of important to see a lot. But people are saying they've seen a lot. I really haven't. Maybe it's just people
Mm-hmm.
really
I
over.
have.
Maybe people really are like maybe they see 4 or 5 throughout like a month,
Or
throughout like a
yeah,
week, and then like, dude, that's so much. I'm like, not really.
yeah. I would say about 90% of the ads I see are political
Mm-hmm.
on YouTube.
Yeah, and people like I don't think it's bad to see a lot of election, but what I like,
Yeah,
but if you're in a different country and you see a lot of that,
that's annoying. Yeah.
that's kind of a problem because it's like, why sh-
Like I don't think you
why do they even need to care? It's
well,
country.
they're not like I don't think people not who don't live in the U.S. unless they're using like a VPN or something. I don't think they're gonna be getting a lot of
Yeah, but like if you're on
American
Reddit,
election ads. They might get some.
if you're on places like Reddit and like every post, like maybe on a meme page or whatever,
Yeah, I get that.
like that can be kind of annoying. It's like I almost feel like almost embarrassed sometimes when like people are like, "Wow, can we just like stop talking about America?" And like I'm like, "Well," and it's like you want to be like as American, you're like, "Well, they haven't been talking that much about America," but when you know it's actually like true and like the world news right
Hmm.
now is the election, and like
Well, yeah,
that
because it's the like it's an election of the biggest like of the most powerful country in the world. Like, yeah,
yeah
of course it's gonna be a big event.
yeah, but it's almost it's like it shouldn't. I don't know if it should be. I think it's okay to be the top news for maybe a week, but like even a week is still a little
But I
pushing it.
think at a point, people in different countries are gonna get tired of it. Like it's not. I don't live in that country. I don't care. I think that's what a lot of people think right now.
Because I don't see any ads about any other kind of elections for any other country. I don't. I really don't. I never have.
Yeah, me neither.
And like,
But maybe it's because we live in the U.S. I think that's probably part of it.
but like, I also
But
don't
I'd
see
say
stuff
the
on
U.S. is
Reddit for
definitely
other
a
things.
lot bigger.
But it's like our election is also super like meme worthy too. You know what I mean? So when you see a bunch of
Well,
memes
yeah,
about
it
it,
is
it's like, but
because everything is televised.
the memes are good. The memes are good though. They are good.
There are some good memes out there. Yes, I would have to agree.
They are good. It would be really good. I guess. Well, I think I'm gonna make up. I think I'm gonna make up a subject right now. So,
Okay.
a server we are in, which pretty much all our viewers are gonna be from this server,
I
Discord
can almost
server.
guarantee that. Yes.
But we're thinking we're I think actually one of the mods declared that that's gonna be our game, which is okay. I think that's what everyone wanted and would be okay with anyways. As we're doing Minecraft, we're gonna do a race to the end. There's gonna be maybe 3 or 4 teams,
Oh yeah.
and it's gonna be pretty epic. It's pretty much we're gonna be racing to the end. I still don't know if it's going to the end portal or killing the Ender Dragon, because I think it depends. Like if we're doing it on separate
Because you can just
worlds,
wait for them to kill the dragon
well,
if
yeah,
they're in the same world.
it's that, but it's also like um, what if we did one world where like all 8 people are on and we somehow got it to work, like,
Mm-hmm.
and it's like then we would need to do like a grace period kind of thing. Maybe 30 after 30 minutes or an hour, 45 minutes, you can attack the other players if you see them, you can kill them, and it's like
Mm-hmm.
and it's like well, and you can die as many times if you want, you know, but I think we need to make like a rule like maybe it would just be I think that then would be maybe just getting to the end portal, just to make it maybe easier for the people, or maybe make it so we have to kill the Ender Dragon, and whoever kills it is the winner, or their team is the winner. Because if you do it on separate worlds, like maybe each team is on their own world,
Slash game mode 1.
yeah, but there's gonna be other people in it, and it's like,
Mhm.
well, we can also have people verify like cheats are on and off, because I'm pretty sure you can't change that once you make a world.
Yeah.
And yeah, because if cheats are on, even if you never use them, if they're on, you're disqualified. You know what I mean? But like if we're on
Yeah.
separate worlds, I think it'd probably be better if we would if it might be better if we I don't know. I guess we would need to see if it would be going to the end portal or killing the Ender Dragon, because like getting to the actual end portal isn't too hard. It's not hard. I think the hard, I think
But you need to kill a lot of Ender. You have to go to the Nether though. You have to
getting
kill Enderman.
so the hardest thing, in my opinion, is getting the Ender pearls,
Yeah.
because getting to the Nether.
Well, no, getting the Eye of Enders because you have to go to the Nether too.
Well, getting the Eye of Enders isn't hard, in my opinion. Like getting the actual Ender pearls from finding an Enderman and killing it, and maybe getting one Ender pearl at least. Like that's pretty hard, because the Ender pearl needs 9 eyes of Enders, and sometimes they're completely full, sometimes they're completely empty. Well, they're not
Mm-hmm.
ever completely full, um, but yeah,
Yeah.
you need at least it'd be good to at least have 6, maybe 5. I don't know. And then once you throw them and you follow it to find the portal, they have a 1 in 5 chance of breaking. If they break, you better hope they have more in the stronghold. You know, it's
Right.
because getting to the Nether isn't too hard. Because all you need is a pool of lava and one water bucket. That's all you need. And I did
Yeah,
make
but you need decent stuff to like survive.
well, yeah. Well, I definitely say for this new Nether update, probably yeah. But it just depends on where you spawn. Like
Mm-hmm.
if your team has all iron armor and an iron sword, you're good. You're probably good.
Yeah.
You're good. But like, I don't know, if you're in the old Nether, I think you would be I think your team would definitely be good if you didn't have armor. But
Uh-huh.
it's just this new update with all this new stuff. It's just a lot.
Yeah, I don't actually.
And I did make a
I have
Google
played the new
Docs.
version, like the updates.
Hmm.
Like I've played it since another update and everything.
Yeah.
But that's just not what I like. If I'm playing on Java, I'm playing on like 1.8 because that's my version.
Oh yeah. I think my favorite is probably 1.7.
Mm-hmm.
Because when I played Minecraft Java, the biggest thing for me was PvP. And oh my, I was so addicted to PvP. It was so good.
Yeah.
And like 1.7 was the one where you could do block hitting, which is you could do the with your sword, and you could hit, but it would help the fighting. Um, I'll just spare all the details, but it was just good. But
Yeah.
and like there's
I
a
spent a lot
yeah,
of time getting good at PvP also.
and there's a specific kind of PvP that was my favorite, and it's still my favorite.
Mm-hmm.
It's called soup PvP. I don't know if you know what that is.
What is it?
Soup PvP.
Is that where you?
Uh,
I don't know.
soup. Okay, so
I don't
soup
know what it is.
PvP. It's pretty much like mushroom soup in the game, right? You get
Yeah.
so it would be coded where your entire inventory, like your hot bar, your entire inventory is filled with the mushroom soup, and then you have your sword in the first slot of your hot bar. And pretty much what it does is every time you drink a soup, it heals you 3.5 hearts. But all you have to
Mm-hmm.
do is right click it, and instantly it gives you the 3.5 hearts. And the trick is to like,
Yeah.
and the trick is to like, switch between your sword and the soups while you're fighting. And it's really interesting. And then like
Yeah. That was a thing in Mineplex. Except it was like a regen potion, but you just like right
yeah,
click it and
pots or potions, it was the same thing, but it would just be
mm-hmm.
whatever you prefer. Because most soup servers had yeah, the option to choose the potions if you preferred it.
Yeah.
Because with potions, you drink it and then you have to drop the bottle, or with mushroom soup you have to drink it and drop the bowl. It was just interesting.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, the the race to the end, I think that's definitely gonna be interesting because like
Yeah.
some people think like there's a specific person that people think is if he's on their team they're gonna win. And Zach, I'm
Mhm.
pretty sure you 100% know who that person is.
Yeah, it's
Yep.
me. Duh.
No, yeah, no, it's me actually. But I don't know. I
I
think
know. I know who it is though.
yep.
Just cause. Okay, but I think I could do really
Austin makes
well
me
if
feel
we were
good.
playing in 1.8.
Yeah, but it's just not everyone has Java, or like me, you have a 12-year-old computer that just will not run
Yeah.
it. Actually, it does run
Mhm.
1.8 pretty good, but still, it's just
But
easier,
like you have to make a separate realm
and
for Java.
you literally have to pay for that. But
Yeah.
yeah, it's interesting, but uh, I don't know. I think, and I did make a Google Docs explaining everything. Um, and by the way, we're pretty much Dream. Pretty much, yep, we're pretty much that Minecraft guy. We're so good at games. Yeah,
Mhm.
that's us. Even though Zach doesn't know who he is, we're.
I do now because I only see him like everywhere now
Oh
on
yeah,
YouTube.
yeah. It's so crazy to think that I'm pretty sure I knew him before that, like years ago.
That's crazy.
I really think I know his friend Bad, like that's just this is so epic.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's really cool. If only I kept in touch, I could have $1 million now.
If only.
Uh, but yeah, I think that's pretty cool.
Well, I
Then,
think we are out of time. Unless you
yeah.
have any closing thoughts.
Um, yeah, I'd like to thank our sponsor, the Mama Nerd, again. Thanks for the
Yeah.
Switch Lite.
Thanks for the Switch
Personally,
Lite. Shut up. It was
it's
mine.
mine.
It's I won it. I don't know what you're talking about.
I'm literally holding the box. That's me. That's me tapping the box.
This is me tapping the box.
This is me rubbing the box. Um, so
This is me sniffing the autograph from Mama Nerd.
this is me licking the box. This is me being the box. Get it, SpongeBob?
What do you got in the box, Patrick?
Nothing. It's a secret.
The
But yeah,
inner machinations of my mind are
Nerd
enigma.
Enigma. Milk Falls. Oh, that's so
Oh
good.
yeah, it's classic. Well, anyway, thank you guys for watching. Make sure to like,
Subscribing
subscribe, turn the
count.
notification bell, donate $1 billion,
And
and
make
comment
sure,
and
yeah,
do stuff.
make sure to follow us on Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok. Reddit, Tumblr,
Not
Pinterest,
TikTok. Please don't
all
don't
all of
don't
that.
support that horrid app.
Wow. Yeah, China is stealing our stuff,
Google Maps.
guys.
Follow us on Google Maps so you can track our every
Yeah,
location.
guys, follow us on Google Maps, Google Plus. You got only the OGs remember
Google
that.
Plus. Google Plus doesn't exist anymore.
In our heart, it does. In our heart, it does. Yep.
Well, anyway,
Hey,
thank you guys for
see.
watching. Leave your questions in the comments. There were no questions on the last one, but if they're on this one, we'll answer them next time.
Yep. Please give us questions. We need content.
Yeah, we do.
We really do. But yeah, thanks. Thanks for watching. Make sure to watch Avatar. Maybe you can be addicted like me.
Maybe
Maybe.
later.